G'day traders, John from Crypto Candlestick Trading, doing an update on Bitcoin and the crypto markets. As we can see here, looking at this on the weekly chart, going up, down. So here was the 68,000 mark up the top here, and now we've come down, and we found support around about this same area back here. It's around about the 18,000 mark, but support, breakthrough, resistance, and now we've broken through that resistance, even though we're on a downtrending line. This is still... really traders, when we look at this, we have to look at it. Like if I take all this drawing away, are we looking at a positive market here or a negative market? Like, just in general. For me, we're still under the moving averages. We've just had a nice pop up to the 21. We've broken the 9, which is good. It's good progress. There's no doubt about that. But, really, where is the market? Do we think it could go down a little bit further than this? We've still got support from back here, but, that kind of seems to be a little bit like, it's broken that support level, and we're sitting here on the second support level here. But this to me seems like a more solid and realistic kind of, around about the 12,000 mark to be a real support level. For the shorter term time frames, we can definitely be making some money in these kind of gains here, because from these lows here up to here, like in the last 2 weeks or whatever, we've gone up around about, all this small move here is about 15%. But then again, are you interested in making a 15% gain this way, or like a 25% gain down this way? Like this is, this will be a massive gain, coming down that way. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the other charts. So that's on that's on the weekly chart. So, we can kind of quite easily see, I'll just put these drawings back. So we can see here that we've got, get rid of one of those. We can see here that we've got, support. That's quite clear as day, looking at that down there. And we've got a downtrending line as well. I could probably even bring that downtrending line, closer to touch that. So if that was the case, we've actually broken the downtrending line on the weekly chart, if we're going to draw it something like that. So anyway, we could draw it like that. So if this is the case, we have a, this isn't closed yet because it's going to be Monday morning till it's closed. And this buy signal here, I wouldn't really worry about that. This is called, got the corner of my eye. I don't usually have that on there. Like this here is, this is after the news. That indicator is. Okay, so let's have a look at the daily chart. And over here we can see that, we've got the same again. We've got the support, breakthrough, resistance the very next day, resistance up here. So this resistance up here, I was actually looking at going short on this one here, but I actually ended up going over to the Forex market and doing quite well over there. So, but anyway, I've got a reversal here at the 50, and the entry right there for a short position, and that's what happened. And so now looking at this, we've got exuberance down the bottom here, massive sell-off, and then we've had a buyback, which is good, and then it seemed to have found support around about that area. We've gone up here, a rejection at the 50, and the previous support becomes new resistance. Yep, perfect. So there's a few reasons there to go short. Anyway, going in the short here. Now let's just have a look at what happened here. So looking at these lows down the bottom here, as you can see, I've changed the color of my candles too. So on some of my charts, I have it red and green. Red and green. On the other charts, I'm having a white and gray, and so the white being the green, and the up moves, and the gray being the down moves. And it's supposed to be a proven thing that this helps psychologically, and so basically that's why I'm doing it, just to see psychologically if this helps. And so far it is quite calming, making decisions whether it's north or south, whether it's like on the red and green, red, kind of like traffic lights, it's like stop, and it's got a different mentality to it than white and grey. But anyway, I'll just change those. So here, coming down to here, so like if we look here, we've got an engulfing pattern that's happened here. If we're going to engulf into the south side, it's a lot smaller, but then we've got a hammer, a hammer over here, which is something that we really need to be taking notice of, especially if we see it around the double bottom area. So we've got an engulfing here and a hammer here. So now we've got, if I open this up a little bit more, we can kind of see here that we've got like a doji there and an engulfing. Now it's closing below, but above free moving averages. But we've got around almost about 40, almost 50% of people sold off. Then we've got a wide and loose, which basically says that we're probably going to have a direction change, or like a trend change. And pretty much after this one here, it just kind of opened up and did its thing. But between these lows and these highs here, there's 16%. So that's not bad trading, 16%. But can we really see, in a downtrending market, will we really be interested in buying, these ones heading up? The only one that I would have been interested in buying would have been this one here. And even that there is, to me, it's a mediocre entry. You know, one thing I can see quite clearly down here though is that we can see that you know, around here the lack of selling volume and the increase in buying volume. So when this actually pulls back a little bit, if it pulls back below these two lines here, then all of a sudden we're back below the downtrending line and the support line. So it'll all depend on what we do here. But okay, so anyway, that's probably enough of Bitcoin. Let's just go through and have a look at some of these other ones on the daily chart, and we'll just see what it looks like. See, so here, like that's beautiful. You know, yeah, here we've got like a spinning top engulfing, spinning top engulfing, two dojis, and then, you know, like an almost rocket booster sort of thing. That's pretty good. I like it. Then again, it's almost exuberance. This one here, I do like better. We've gone up and we've pulled back, and now we're getting engulfing above the 50. Like this here, as a setup, I like this one a lot better. You know, volume that's come in, beautiful. But whereabouts are we in the trend? Do we really want to get involved in something like this, you know, now? You know, looking at this going from here across, it's not really, to me, it just looks like, you know, we're still in a downtrend. Bitcoin is still in a downtrend. You know, we're trying to reverse it, but it doesn't, you know, it's only looking okay at this stage here. So here, when we're going to buy here, like if we want to make profit in this, whereabouts do we think it could possibly go to? And the previous support becomes new resistance. So only from here up to here, that will be the first point of resistance. So I'm a little bit, you know, yeah, a little bit funny about doing that one there though. Anyway, like that's the sort of thing, this is the sort of thing that I'm after. But I want blue skies above us. I don't want the first resistance to be like, you know, only 5 minutes away. Yep, so pulling back a bit there on the Bitcoin, about 20% pull back. And here we are, nice. Yep, nice again, dot, 182, $5.22. So looking at these lows coming out of there, beautiful. But still, you know, like if we're looking at these trends here, you know, which way is the trend going? You know, we've still got high, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, and lower, high. You know, possibly still going up to this previous resistance here for a turnaround. You know, so we don't really know what's going to happen here, but you know what we can do is see, well, where is Bitcoin? Where, you know, like what's it doing? What's it look like? And at this stage here, it's got a little bit of a push, and but we're still in a downtrend. So you know, the trend is your friend, as they say in Wall Street. So don't be too excited about buying this for the long term. You know, it's still between a rock and a hard place. When you look at Bitcoin support and resistance on the longer term time frames, we're still in the middle. And you know, I heard someone on a video say once, don't fiddle in the middle, or don't diddle in the middle, or something like that. But anyway, he's exactly right. So if you've got two areas here, so you've got a massive resistance and a massive support, don't be buying in around here or selling in around here, because your profits, you know, if you're going to short, are only from here down to here, or your profits going long are only from here up to here, which isn't bad really, if you were to get that entry there. But this entry here, if you were to take this entry here or this one here, you know, it took a fair while to get there, but anyway, that's on the daily chart, and you know, the percentages are quite small. So, but you know, coming out from these lows here, you know, we're just heading into resistance at this stage here. Anyway, that's just the way I'm seeing it. There would have been quite a few people make some good money last night, so good on them. But you know, this is the same thing. I can see the same thing happening over and over again. So we've got previous support here, new resistance, exuberance. You know, what usually happens after exuberance on the breakout? You know, the same thing here when it was exuberance on the sell. It just goes sideways and chopping and usually reverses. Okay, so there's, yeah, just kind of, yeah, here we are, still on the daily chart, Ethereum, you know. Here, you know, that looks pretty good, but, you know, it sold off about 20% before it took off. So is this going to be a full, you know, like, and now I'm looking at this low over here, you know, to be extended over across there. It'll be interesting to see which way Ethereum goes. Like, so this area here, this low here, is the resistance line. So, you know, as soon as it reaches there, I wonder what will happen. I'll probably go down to the 4-hour charts, and here on Ethereum, here's the 4-hour chart here. I'll probably be here on the 4-hour chart looking at this line here. So, and we'll just have a look at, see whereabouts that line is in the other chart. So right there, so 1501 around about, so 1500. So when it gets up to that line there, over here, about the 1500 mark, I'll be looking for reversals. But, you know, that's still a, I mean, it's 1400. Anyway, traders, you can kind of see what's going on here with Bitcoin and the crypto market. So let's go and have a very quick look over the Forex market and see what's going on over there. Because I can see that the Japanese, it's having problems. And if we're looking here, you know, so I've marked a few of these out. Like, look at this. We've come up here to the 50. We've got a double top engulfing there and a massive engulfing here closing below the 9. You know, and let's just have a look at the trend here. Whereabouts does the trend look like it's heading to from here? You know, it's gone up here, and now it looks like it's got, you know, like from highs, lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. You know, like, and it looks like it could be potentially heading down there. It's under the major moving averages, all of them now. So, and that's on the daily chart. Hang on, I'm talking about this. So I'm gonna. I've been doing this, traders, just to see how I go, and you know, I had my chart set up like this before, and you know, it's quite good. You know, if you wanted to bring them up like this, so I got the weekly chart here, the daily chart here, so I can kind of see what's going on a little bit better. And then I got the 4-hour chart over here. Yep, not much really going on there. And then the 1-hour chart down the bottom there. So I'm basically doing my analysis on the weekly and daily, you know, for a structure, you know, basically where's the trend. And then I'm looking for my entries here on the 4-hour, 1-hour, something like that anyway, just so I can kind of see exactly what it is before I get it, you know, like, so I don't have to be swapping around. This one here, I like this one here. Yep, you know, like if it's a flat base and it's broken out, good volume, you know, it's got all the right things going about it. The weekly chart's looking good too. We're going to hammer there off the moving averages, and now we've got a solid closing, or it's not closing yet, but a solid, you know, push above. And here this is the same again, but rocket boost is at the top here. You know, I like a pullback in a rocket booster, not a rocket booster at the top. We've got good volume that's come in here as well on the 4-hour time frame. Look at that, it's beautiful. Here, you know, up and down, you know, but you can still make some pretty good money in there too, though. Okay, this one here. So going back to the yen, like the Japanese yen, there's something about the anything against the yen at the moment is strong, and the yen's not very strong. So we can see what's happening here. You know, we've got, if this turns out to be a like a full body engulfing close, there we go. So this is it right now. We're getting a new candle starting in just a sec. Now this one here looks like almost full body closing. This one here, I do like this one, New Zealand yen. Like that one there on the daily chart looks really good. If that pulls back just a fraction there to give me an entry, I might even take that one there. Look at that. That's what we're after, traders. This one here didn't work. This one here, it might not work. So, you know, we need to have our stops placed, you know, like in a place where we don't think it's going to get hit. But so far, like, this is looking like, you know, some pretty significant declines could be on the way. So anyway, I'll put that up to the top. So we'll just go through a couple more, and New Zealand, Canada. See, so these are quite strong and sturdy and still. Oh, that New Zealand, Canada back there. Let me just go back to that one there, because this one here, I've got it on the top of my list, because this to me just looks like a nice runner. It's beautiful. It's gone up and it's pulled back, and now, you know, we've got a double bottom engulfing almost, but I want to see something pushing off the 50. If I see an engulfing closing above here, pushing above the 50, breaking a downtrend line, all that sort of stuff, I'm probably going to get involved in this one here. I don't mind it. It just looks like a very nice, you know, easy runner. And if I can get, you know, like a solid direction on the daily chart, then I'll be over here on the 4-hour, 1-hour charts looking for my entries on the shorter term time frames. New Zealand, Canada, so I'm going to move that up to the top there. We'll have a look at one or two more, 13 minutes in. Here, I like it when it's breaking, you know, like these tops here like this, you know, up and then pull back. Now it's up here. And now it's broken this resistance line and pulled back to the resistance line. You know, I would have liked a full body close, but anyway, we didn't get it. And, okay, here we go again. Look at this. This is the Japanese yen. Something's going on with the yen. That's on the daily chart. You know, whereabouts, you know, what does this look like? You know, on all of them, it's heading down in the southerly direction. So that's on the yen. I'm going to move the CAD yen up to the top there too, when it does it. Righto. Computer fell asleep for a while. Yep, on the daily, not much there. And yeah, not much there. Like, that's a engulfing full body. No, it's not full body, but engulfing closing below. But here we've got support, same area. You know, could it go through? Absolutely. But it hasn't done it yet. So let's trade what the market has done, not what we think the market will do. Here we've got like a rocket booster engulfing. That's pretty good. And then we've got like a hammer. If that's a hammer, like if this goes green from here, you know, you could even buy that going green from there. Let's just have a look here. And so, this is another thing here. Have a look at the green volume that's come into here. The green volume that's come in, and then we've got a sell-off up the top here, and then we've got like a shooting star or an inverted hammer. An inverted hammer would be a very nice thing to be pushing to the upside. And have a look at this. We've got another engulfing just over here. Here we've got a doji, green. You know, I'm starting to like this. So if we get a solid closing above here on the daily chart, I'm definitely going to be looking at this for an entry. I'll just steal that line over there. And I'll just grab it and take this up to here and see what it looks like. All right, traders, I'll just take that up there. So this is the sort of line that I'm looking at. Okay, so as we can see here, we did actually close above that last night. It wasn't a very strong close, but what a lot of traders would actually do here is they would have an entry back here at the line here, like pretending that was a 50 moving average. So if we get a pull back to here, any sort of reversal here in the shorter term time frames, 10-minute, 5-minute charts, whatever, they'd be looking for the long on that one there. That's okay. Here, look at this. We've got a full body engulfing on the weekly chart. We've got a doji and we're trading green here. This is good. This is good on the weekly chart. Okay, now let's just have a look. I'm probably going to have to call it quits here very shortly, traders. Here, look at that. Closing above. Closing below. And which way is this trend going? High, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high. Almost like double there, lower, high. Now we've got lower, low, which is a push down. And we've got not quite a full body closing there yet, though. But if we get a nice little bit of a pullback here, we could even place the first sign of reversal at this here for the short side. We could be doing that with our stops just below that candle there. Sorry, just above that candle there. All right, I did say I was going to go, but I am going to another one. New Zealand, US. New Zealand, US. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, look at that. So we got a perfect looking doji that closed last week, and we got green trading after it, which is good. Yeah, it only looks kind of pretty good. Euro, New Zealand, and yeah, not quite engulfing. No, not much there. All right, traders. Anyway, I'll probably give it a miss, so we can kind of see what's going on. The crypto market's taken off, and but we've got resistance just above us. I like trading when there's like blue skies above us. But one thing that we can see with crypto now is that so far for the year of 2023, it has told us that it's doing positive things. So this could be the turnaround for the market. We might have already seen the lows for the year, so it's already told us positive things. And the Japanese yen, what's that told us? So far this year, it's heading down. So, yeah, let's just keep our eyes on that. All right, traders. Anyway, 17 minutes in. I hope it's not too long for you. Anyway, I hope you have a good weekend coming up, Friday. And I'll talk to you again soon. All right, see you.